Now we all know that beer is one of the oldest and most widely consumed alcoholic drinks in the world and the third most popular drink overall after water and tea. While Budweiser is the world's most famous beer, I was super stoked to know that Goa has its own craft beer called Maka, coined from the konkani term Maka, which means give me. What's up people? Welcome to another vlog. So today I am very excited because we are going to be exploring Goa's very own craft brewery called the Maka Brewery in Bicholim. I'm sure all you beer lovers out there are going to enjoy this vlog as we explore the entire process of beer making. And to join me on this vlog, I have a very good friend of mine, Shraddha, who's here with us.
Hello!
Hi Shraddha.
It's so amazing to be here. I'm super excited. I couldn't have asked for a better Saturday than this because I am a beer lover and let's just go and rock it. I can't wait to taste beers.
Alright,
let's get it.
Let's do this vlog.
Let's go. Go and experience some Maka.
Guys, we have Pritesh with us. He's the beer brewmaster. He's going to show us around, explaining to us the process and how the beer is created.
What are these tanks? These are the fermentation tanks. On the right that you see is the cold side, and on the left side is the hot side. So left side is where the brewing takes place, and on the right side is where the fermentation takes place. So basically the magic happens here, transformation of sugar to alcohol.
How long does it take fermentation process?
So fermentation process depending on the type of beer, it varies. So for lagers it takes a much longer time, starting from around 8 to 15 days, and for ales it is around 6 to 10 days.
Okay. This is where it starts?
Yeah, this is the starting.
Okay.
So basically we use 4 raw materials to make the beer.
Right.
First is water,
Right.
second is malt, which acts as a sugar source, third is yeast, which converts the sugar to alcohol, and fourth is hops. The hops is the compound which is responsible for the aroma and bitterness. So the malt that we get, that's like husk. We have to break down the husk. So that is done by using the milk. In the mash tun, all the starches are converted into sugar with the help of enzymes. From the mash tun, it goes to the lauter tun. So in the lauter tun, you still have that husk particles of the malt, right?
Yeah.
So you need to separate that husk particles and only get the sugary liquid from it. So that is done inside the lauter tun. And then now you have your clear sugary liquid, right?
So all of this is automated.
Also see all the fermentation tanks, what temperature is happening.
So at any given time, how much beer is being manufactured?
You like 100 HL per day, like that is in a 24 hours span.
And all of this is consumed in Goa?
In Goa. Now we are also started exporting the beer.
That's a lot of beer to have for Goa.
Oh yes.
So what are the brands of beers that you have?
We have is first is our Bavarian keller,
Okay.
which is similar to the lager but which is unfiltered and unpasteurized.
Okay.
Yeah, and second is Belgian blanche, which is a wheat beer, which has like good wheat protein, and you'll get an orange and spicy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then one is Belgian tripel. So this is the Belgian type of beer which was used to made in monasteries.
Okay.
Yeah. And this has like triple the amount of hops, triple the amount of malt.
What is the alcohol content in the
So the triple has around 8%.
8%.
Yeah. So the more raw materials you use, the more sugar you have, and the more alcohol percent you have.
And the fourth one?
And the fourth one is the honey ale. Yeah. So honey ale, yeah. In that honey ale, we use our honey, which is outsourced from within Corvette National Park.
Oh.
Yes.
You know what I'm excited about?
To try this beer, right?
Exactly.
Let's take you there.
What's section is this?
So this is the final packaging part where the beer is filled inside the bottle. First the bottles are rinsed and the bottles are filled, and then the bottles are capped. There is any yeast, if there is still present inside the beer, it kills the yeast as well.
But after bottling also, it's like, it can...
Yes. So for example, in beers like Belgian wheat, so there are chances the yeast is still inside the suspension.
Okay.
So you need to kill that yeast to increase the shelf life.
Right.
So this is that unit where it is done?
Yeah, pasteurizer. It is taken to different temperatures,
Okay.
Right.
starting from 35 to highest to 62 degrees Celsius.
The brewery is owned by Latambarcem Brewers and managed by two young entrepreneurs, Anish and Aditya Ishan Varshnei. We got to meet with them and hear their Maka story, and what was quite evident was the passion and vision of these guys and their plans to take this Goan brand international.
Hi.
Conrad. Nice to meet you.
How are you, Shraddha?
Welcome. Hi, nice to meet you.
Shraddha, my friend.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Have a seat.
Yeah, sure. So it was an amazing experience. I mean, just walking around the brewery. I mean, it's an amazing thing that you guys have done over here. So it's quite interesting the fact that Goa has their own craft brewery. So we just wanted to understand, like what made you all get into this and what was the thought process behind it, the whole brand that you all have created now.
Yeah. The way how it all started. So I was based out of the US, and so was Anish. And I was a huge craft beer enthusiast. Like in my time there over the 8 years, I must have visited over 150 to 200 breweries.
Wow.
And it used to be like my weekend thing to go experiment, try out new beers in different places. And in San Diego, where I used to stay for a long time, they had one of the largest craft beer revolutions that had happened anywhere in the world. And people were literally making beer out of their garages. And while we sit in their garage and they're drinking beers, they had like live contests on of them winning global awards for the beer that was made out of their garage. And that was very inspiring to see how beer is so sort of experimental and so fun, and at the same time there's so much you can do with it. And that's when when I started studying the Indian space, and I realized that experimentation was extremely limited. Brands were just not even scratching the surface of craft at that stage in India. So I started brewing my own beer in New York at my apartment. I used to make my own beer, play around with it, experiment with it, and that's when it struck that like why not move back. My parents were living in Goa at that time, so we both sort of decided to move back and take this on as a venture and a project to take it forward, and that's sort of how it all came together and began.
And how did you get the name?
So the name Maka, I think it was a team effort. We were all brainstorming, and we wanted, the whole idea primarily was we wanted to be something simple but at the same time elusive in terms of origin. So that's why Maka is me, and the beer is about the consumer, and the astronaut is the consumer who's exploring the universe to discover the uncharted territories of beer making, essentially. So that's how it all sort of comes together.
The Makadi Brewery, based in Latambarcem village in Bicholim, is a fun brewery tour, especially the beer tasting at the end of it all. They have 6 different beer variants. My favorite is the Belgian wheat blanche because of the orangey fruity taste and refreshing feeling. Mind you, few rounds of these thirst quenchers and you surely will be buzzed. The Makadi Brewery was an overwhelming experience. Being a beer lover, I was super thrilled and excited to be there, and was simply blown seeing the humongous brewing tanks and understanding the overall beer brewing process. It will always be my first ever, most exciting, one-of-a-kind experience that I would love to brag about. Cheers! Viva Goa!
To Makadi.
Makadi, sure.
It's so refreshing. There is a lot of difference when it's bottled and when
Fresh
just taking
beer.
out from the cans.
and especially from the tanks, because in the tanks the beer is kept close to 0 degrees.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So when it comes out, it's like freezing cold.
Correct.
Like it's just as
So
fresh as it
refreshing,
gets.
yeah.
No, she was more excited than me, doing this vlog. And I'm a beer lover.
Yeah.
But then she was like, yeah, I need to come for this one.
And a lager has to be like extremely chilled.
Yeah.
Whereas for ales, it doesn't matter. Like the ale, the characteristics of the beer changes as it warms down. The aromas change and the whole mouthfeel, the palate changes. So
Right.
at that point, you want to start an ale at a 0 degrees, and then see how the character changes of the ale as it warms up in the glass. Whereas for a lager, you don't want it to warm. You want to drink it. So we give the basic tour where we explain the whole process, we show the equipment, the whole process basically, and then it also depends on the curiosity of the person who's taking the tour.
Yeah.
So the more questions they ask, we never say that okay, the tour is over.
Yeah.
You have questions. You can always ask. Our brewmaster is always there. Giving the tour, so he can give the full knowledge about the beer, how it's made, anything. It's not a very commercial thing that that on the minute that okay, you come in at 3 o'clock, you're out by 3:30. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's more on how the consumer.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's something that someone who's in Goa and besides the beaches and everything, you get something different to experience. It's also a learning process. Let's do a cheers to this.
Cheers.
Guys.
Thank
Good
you
time.
so much. Good time.
Alright guys, it's been a wrap to another vlog. The Maka brewery is something that you guys must experience if you are in Goa. So let's wrap up this vlog by saying a cheers.
It has been an amazing day and awesome beers. What else can one ask for?
So you know what they say, right? When in Goa, you say Viva Goa.
Viva Goa.
Viva Goa.
Makadi.
Makadi.
Cheers.
Cut kar rahe hain. You know how to end this vlog? When in Goa, you say Viva Goa.
Viva,
Viva Goa. Cheers.
Cheers.
I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you do like, share, subscribe and comment on our YouTube channel, The Goan Explorers. Viva Goa!